Hey guys, welcome back to another video. And in today's video, we are chilling with the F81 M3 and the E91 M3 right there in the back. We are officially back from BMW Invasion. I've been trying to make videos, but it's been super hectic here at the shop since we got back. But that is no excuse, and that's why I'm here today to start modifying the F81 M3 some more. So as you guys can see behind me, I have boxes on boxes on boxes of parts that we need to put on either the F81 M3 or actually another build that we're gonna be pretty much starting. I'm probably gonna do like a one video on it, but pretty much starting here in the near future as well. We got a bunch of packages from Kies Motorsports. Let's put them all next to the car and show you guys what we got. So we got all the packages laid out in front of us, guys, and it is about time to get some of this stuff installed. You guys know everything you guys see here is from none other but the legends over at Kies Motorsports. We got a bunch of carbon fiber and a bunch of engine upgrades for the F81 M3. Let's just go ahead and dive in and show you guys what exactly we got. Guys, this thing looks so good. We have all the mods chilling right over here. We have a brand new CSF oil cooler, a brand new CSF heat exchanger. We have a carbon fiber front lip from Kies Motorsports. Everything here, guys, is from Kies Motorsports. We have a Muscleman oil cooler upgrade, and we also have an Akrapovic. I'm really bad at pronouncing that. A dry carbon diffuser that looks super good. We may or may not get that refinished in gloss, or we may or may not get this refinished in matte. We'll see which direction we want to go with, see which one looks better on the car. But in the meantime, we're just gonna be installing both of them and seeing how they look on the car. These are the extensions as well that go onto the carbon fiber front lip, which is gonna look so good. So without further ado, guys, let's go ahead and get the car inside the shop and start adding some modifications, because we got this thing ready for Beamer Invasion. This thing is nowhere near where I want it. So without further ado, let's go ahead and make it the dream spec. This right here, we ended up picking it up from Kies Motorsports. This is a dry carbon fiber diffuser. It's gonna make this rear end look so much more aggressive. Now the beautiful thing about this is that you don't really need 3M. This is a direct plug and play diffuser, super lightweight, all carbon fiber. This is not dipped or anything like that. This is a full piece of carbon fiber. Absolutely stunning, guys. All we have to pretty much do is remove the diffuser that's currently on the car and then pretty much clip this one into place and then just use the original hardware that came with this kit to fully bolt it up. This is gonna be one of the easiest installs ever. Let me show you guys. So literally 2 bolts later, the old one's out. Let's go ahead and install the new one. This is gonna look literally insane. Oh my God. This is the first piece of carbon fiber ever just snapped into place. Guys, that bolted right up. That looks insane, dude. Oh my God. All right, I'm actually just gonna use the original hardware that was on the car because it lines up perfectly. So it looks like the 2 spaces that come in the kit is gonna be used on the bottom here, which I'll show you guys. And then the other 2 screws pretty much just screw onto the sides. Pretty easy stuff. So we went ahead and removed these guys, which was the original factory ones. So we can actually put in the screws that came with, I don't know if you guys can see my hand or it's just really not focusing, but basically these guys, remove these. And they went ahead and installed the ones that came with the kit right there. We're gonna go ahead and move this over and then use the spacer that goes right in between here, which will look something like this, and then just put the screw right on through it. So we got the spacers and the bolts right there. Let's just go ahead and put the last 2 bolts right there, and this install is done. Guys, I have never seen a more aggressive diffuser, and I just love how the branding is exposed like that. Check that out, guys. That looks insane. So now that we got the diffuser installed, which looks absolutely amazing, let's go ahead and start with doing some engine modifications, because currently this engine is already fully loaded with Kies Motorsports products. We got the MST intake from Kies Motorsports on both sides. We have the Venturi engine cover, looks absolutely amazing from Kies Motorsports, and we have the actual Kies Motorsports charge pipes on here as well. And now we're gonna put the Muscleman oil thermostat onto the car, which is gonna make this thing look absolutely stunning. This thing already looks pretty clean, but we're gonna add something that only doesn't make make it look better, but also helps the car perform better. So let me show you guys everything that comes in this kit and get this bad boy installed. So cracking the box open. This is literally the first time I'm opening this thing up. For those of you guys who've been longtime subscribers, I actually installed this exact same product on my 435 years ago, and I absolutely loved it. I don't know if you guys can tell so far, we're going with the red interior theme with the Venturi and all the red logos with the MST intakes, and now the Muscleman thermostat cooler. For those of you guys who don't know, we have a full red interior extended leather. So the theme of this car, eventually we get the whole car painted, is gonna be white on red, and it's gonna have all these beautiful red accents. So in the box, you're actually gonna get the gaskets you guys are gonna need. There's only one gasket and 2 O-rings for the oil lines. It's gonna come with the bolt that you're gonna need that actually holds on the oil lines, and then the 3 bolts that actually hold on the thermostat to the oil filter housing. So you got everything you need in the box. Let's go ahead and drain the oil first so we don't have a huge oil mess here and get this bad boy installed. Technically, you do not need to do an oil change to actually get this thing installed, but because we actually just got back from BMW Invasion, might as well do a fresh oil change. We got some 5W40 oil with a man filter. Let's go ahead and get this thing knocked out. Let's go ahead and remove our oil filter. While we wait for that to drain, let's finish taking off the oil filter and replacing that filter. Now the next step, because this hose is in the way, is to loosen up that bolt, actually completely take it out, and that should give us access to the 1, 2, 3 bolts. We also have to pop up the engine cover, and we can easily access all 3 of those. So we got the bolt out for this hose, so now we can move it. I got this bolt out right over here for the thermostat, and I'm just gonna quickly take off the 1 oil line bolt to actually drop down both oil lines before actually taking off the rest of the thermostat housing. Okay, now that we got the 2 oil lines removed, it's time to get the rest of the bolts out. About to pull out the second bolt on the bottom here. It's not crazy hard to get out. If I had the right tools at this shop, it'll be super easy to do. With the minimal tools that I have, I'll still be able to pull it out without having to remove a bunch of things. So I got the bolt in one of my fingers, and I just dropped it. I guess we'll look for that bolt once we actually get this whole filter housing off. Hopefully I can find it. Right now, I have no idea where it went. Just got out the last bolt, pulling this bad boy out. And now it's time to get the gasket out. Honestly, this looks pretty good, but since the kit came with the new one, might as well use the new one. Time to install the new gasket. So now that we got the new gasket there, guys, just go ahead and bolt this bad boy inside. It looks so good, guys. So just like that, guys, it is officially installed. It looks so good. Now I definitely need to get the red cap that goes over here, the red cap that's over here, because it's the exact same color as this. And I believe a red cap goes over here and a red cap goes over here. We definitely need to get all those accessories for this engine bay, so it's gonna look absolutely beautiful. Like I said, this isn't just an aesthetic upgrade, it's also a performance upgrade, better cooling. So for those of you guys who want this product, it's gonna be linked down from KiesMotorsports, link down below. As you guys can see, I literally only had to loosen up 1 hose and then pretty much did this entire job without having to move anything else. So it's honestly a really easy job. And if you guys let me do an oil change, which you guys probably should be every 5 to 10,000 miles, which I recommend every 5,000 miles, this is a good time to get this mod installed. So now that we got the 2 O-rings replaced, the oil filter put back in, all the oil is drained out. As you guys can see, no more dripping. Let's go ahead, put the plug back in there, and take out our 4 bolts that's holding our oil cooler. So the first thing you have to do when replacing an oil cooler is removing the skid plate. Usually it's held on by a bunch of 8 mils. Once you actually get out that plastic skid plate, it's gonna expose a couple bolts. As you guys can see, there's 1 and 2 right over there, and on the other side, there's only 1 bolt. Once all 3 of those bolts come out, this entire oil cooler falls down, and you have 2 10 mils, and the oil cooler literally just comes right on out. Again, I recommend doing this when you do an oil change because it's gonna dump a bunch of oil if you didn't already drain it from the oil pan. And just like that, as you guys can see, as soon as I loosen up the other bolt, the whole thing just pretty much fell down. So now the oil cooler's on the ground. There's a 10 mil on this side. There's also a 10 mil on the other side. Once you take out the 2 10 mils, it isn't gonna start leaking oil just yet until you actually pull out the oil line. So you can go ahead and actually just remove the 10 mil, put it out of the way, and then just get ready when you pull that out, have your drain pan ready. And right out of the box, you guys can see how much safer this is. It already comes with a shield, which is how the factory should have came. You guys can see that's super dinged up, and one wrong rock chip will end up making this thing leak little by little and cause catastrophic engine damage. So for those of you guys who want to avoid the headache of your engines going out in a random road trip just because of one stupid rock chip, make sure to go with the CSF from Kies Motorsports, because this thing already has the shield on it. And if you still want to use the factory skid plate, you can. It comes with the accessories for you to be able to do so. But again, this is honestly more than enough, and this is going to definitely prevent any engine damage for the future. I mean, just look how beefy this setup is. Way better than factory. If I go ahead and pull this out, you guys can see the other side, how beautiful that looks with the CSF badge right over here. Guys, I'm just geeking on the quality of this oil cooler. I can't actually believe it came with this, because when I got a CSF one a couple years ago, it didn't come with this extra protective shield. This is so much better. I'm super happy they updated it, and this might be just the update through Kies Motorsports. So again, make sure to get it through them to get the exact same product that I have here. And just like that, out with the old, guys, and in with the new. Check this thing out. It already has a rock shield on it as well, which is absolutely beautiful. So we still have a few more upgrades to do. We already got the diffuser, the oil cooler, the thermostat, which looks absolutely beautiful. Now we have the heat exchanger and the front lift. So I'll catch you guys tomorrow when we actually get those bad boys installed. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and pop off this front bumper. So now we just have to get the car jacked up so we can drain those two coolant lines right there. And this thing should pretty much just slide out. I believe you pretty much pull this way and then pull out those two coolant hoses. There's one right there and there's one below it. And then that whole radiator or that heat exchanger comes out. And this is the new one from CSF. So it is much better build quality. And CSF, what I love about them, again, I get all these products from Kies Motorsports, so I'm not sure if there's different models, but this particular one from Kies Motorsports has this front grill piece that looks absolutely amazing and protects the heat exchanger, because that, as you guys can see, is the main radiator that's in the front of the car that takes all the impacts from any rocks and things of that nature. So if you guys want to avoid coolant leaks from any rocks that are flying down the freeway, make sure to get the CSF products, because they come with the shields, the rock shields. Now we're gonna get this thing removed so we can get it out of the car. I almost thought I ordered a radiator instead of a heat exchanger, because you guys can see the size difference is completely different. This thing is so much bigger and a little more skinnier that I almost thought I got the wrong part. But after doing some dimensions and checking the test fitting, it looks like this is a heat exchanger. Thankfully, even the two ports on the side matches up, so that is a good news. So yeah, you guys can clearly see the difference in size, and this thing's gonna definitely help with the cooling system of the car, which I'm super excited about. So at this point, guys, we're gonna go ahead and install the rock shield. It came with all the necessary hardware. Comes with the 10 mils, washers, and it looks like some spacers. So let's go ahead and get this thing installed. Final piece of the assembly is going to be the front bumper. And just like that, guys, we got it on the car. So the old heat exchanger is out. The old oil cooler is out. It's all upgraded with the CSF parts, which I'm super excited about. We are officially fully protected from any rock chips that go in the front end of this car. So I'm super happy about that. Now that we get the bumper back on the car, this bumper doesn't require the bumper to be off to put on the front lip. So this is actually a pretty easy lip to put on, especially because it's literally in 3 pieces. I'm going to go ahead and peel off those, peel off that, slide these in, slide that in, and then just a bunch of self-tappers to put this in. Let's see how honestly long it will take us to put it on the car. So let's just go ahead and slide this in. I have a feeling I'm gonna regret doing this one-handed, but let's go ahead and try to slide it in real quick. All right, just like that. Oh baby, that was actually pretty nice and easy. Let's go ahead and do the other side now. Let's go ahead and slide it in here now. And at this point, it is officially time to slap in our front lip. Guys, I love Kies Motorsports. What I just realized is that these holes right over here line up with the factory hardware holes. So you just use the typical 8 mils that are down here. You don't even need to drill into your bumper, which is pretty awesome. And unfortunately, guys, I'm a little sick, so I actually left the shop kind of early. It was kind of like a whole ordeal. So basically, after the last clip you guys saw me putting on the front lip, I actually got the keys to a new shop. Yeah, a new shop, because I've been kind of working on something behind the scenes. Long story short, we went to the new shop. I might as well throw in a little clip right here, right now.
I don't know if you can hear that. The saw. It's so loud, bro. Yeah, that's not even as loud as the clunking noise. Yeah, I didn't know what we got ourselves into. I'm not gonna lie. I need this for filming, and I have to talk over myself right now. That's actually like, and I even spoke with the neighbors, and they told me this is not as loud as it gets. It gets much louder because they cut metal all day. So, oh my God.
And unfortunately, there was so much noise being caused by our neighbors next door. As soon as I moved in, and thankfully I moved in without signing the contract, I wanted to kind of just get a feel of it. And thankfully also the landlord was cool with that. And long story short, it completely went sideways. I was super nervous to tell the landlord, and ended up just giving him back the keys, ended up giving back shops. So it kind of threw off me actually getting the proper clips and videos of the F81. I'll get you some more clips and videos, guys, on the F81, hopefully in a future video. But in the meantime, we did get everything that I wanted to get installed onto that car, which I am super stoked about. Everything is from Kies Motorsports, so shout out to them. I'm just very grateful that they're able to make this F81 M3 a dream spec F81 M3. We still have so much more things to do this F81 M3, which I'm super stoked about. Next thing being, we need some coilovers to fix our monster truck suspension. So yeah, I saw the comments, guys. We're working on that. Without further ado, it's gonna have to conclude this video. Also, let me know, guys, if you guys like the more informative video. This style of the video is kind of like more DIY-ish rather than just a vlog style, if that makes any sense. More informative. So if you guys like these kind of videos, let me know. If you guys don't, you gotta get more entertaining, more of a vlog style, let me know down below. I'm just trying some new things here. So without further ado, guys, I'll catch you on the next one. Peace out.
Yeah, let's see how you do under pressure. I've been wanting this forever. I've been in the field with whatever they throw at me. Brush it off, pick myself up, moving on to the better.